Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is an Achilles. It's a tier 6 British turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Mines and it's under the command of the BassmanFromHell. Yep, he's riding again and he's in a British tank destroyer, which is basically an M10 with a 17.5 pounder gun. Yep, the British took the standard gun that was in the M10 and they swapped it over for a 17.5 pounder, and that's why the caliber is 76.2mm and not the 76 you would normally find in an M10. Why do you swap it for a 17 pounder? Well, mainly because the British were making 17 pounder ammunition for their anti-tank guns, but mainly because the high velocity shell from the 17 pounder gun could tear through the armour of just about any German tank it came up against. So if you hit a German tank with a 17 pounder shell, it normally stops it and ruins its day. Much better than the 17 pounder you'll find, or 76mm you'll find on that T67. Okay, well, we're right alongside our T67 friend, and we put a round. Oh no, we didn't put a round in there because we didn't get a penetration. We did there. And he's turning to face us. Run, run. It's 150 alpha. And the enemy surely must be seeing us, but he's just not firing at us yet. No, it's T67. You know, he did take fire there, the T67. He won't have been too happy about that. And the Skoda's taking a lot of damage. He needs to pull away from there quick. Yeah, he's taken a lot of damage. Okay, we come back, go for the round bit on top, that's it. And looks like the T67's snuggling up close to us. We tracked him. Go for the engine bay. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, you see our T67 friend is not being so friendly actually. He's being decidedly unfriendly, and that MT25 has taken a bit of a risk going down there. But it looks like a lot of the enemy tanks have actually gone to the South Island and are trying to make their way into our cap area. Guys, go back to your cap, quick. Well, Bassman's noticed. Yep, the enemy is making their way in, and it looks like our Arty's about to be singing with the angels. Yeah, I'm afraid so. There we go. Type 64's got in there. He's going to do his worst. Yep, unfortunately. Let's hope one of them can shotgun that Type 64 out of existence. Well, we've lost the M41. The GW Panther is next, but he hasn't been damaged yet. But he has been killed by the... well, he was killed by the GW Panther on the enemy team. But now we've got the problem of the Type 64 occupying the area at the back of the map where normally our Arty would be. So he's holding our captive. And remember, they've got a large number of enemy tanks over on the South Island to the west. And some of them are starting to come in. So we've moved up nearer to the cap because those guys are going to be getting shots on some of our guys. So we need to take this Type 64 out as quickly as we can. There he is. One shot's enough. Okay. Now, is there a poodle nearby? You can see our Bert turned around to face the enemy, but it didn't help him. Can't see anything. Sixth Sense hasn't gone off. I don't think there's an enemy there unless... Oh, there's the poodle. And there is a Panther. Oh no, it hit the rock. Well, Panther's got a 75mm high velocity gun, but I'm not sure he's going to be firing at us just yet. I think he's got other targets, but now he knows about us and he's fired one in and he's fired one back. Didn't get one on return there, and now he's dead. But we did take 402 hit points of damage, and now we've got to worry about the enemy Arty because yeah, he knows where we are as well. So we now got to occupy that corner a little closer to the rocks. Well, Bassman's decided no, he's not going to do that. He's going to go down here. And there's the poodle. We've been spotted. And we've been hit again. We get one nice round in. Need to keep moving because otherwise the enemy Arty's going to ruin our day. There's another one. He's a 2-shot though. There's another. Last shot. Kill him. You need a high roll. No. Enemy Arty's going to be zooming in on us. And we got him! Blind shot. But there are still 3 enemies out there, including that T43 Type T34. He's up on the rocks. And he's leaning over the edge. Now, can we tempt him to make a dive? Because you die if you come off the rocks that way now. I don't think there's any way you can survive a fall off that particular set of rocks now. You used to be able to, but not anymore. The enemy team has only got 2 Arty. Oh, and our teammate just got killed by the GW Panther. And I think the reason why we weren't being fired on by the enemy Arty is they were trying to fire on that T67. But now we've got their undivided attention. And the Type T34 knows we're coming around this way. There he is. Oh, he didn't know we were coming around this way. But we were seen, and that means enemy Arty is going to be firing very shortly. So we need to keep moving. Don't stay still. Whatever you do, don't stay still. There's a first shot from the GW. The other Arty is an AMX-13F3. We don't know where he is. GW's on the move. He's trying to get into cover, but it won't be. It'll be too late for him. He's in reload. Nothing he can do. He's gone. Now, where is that AMX-13F3? Oh, we were seen. Okay, so the enemy Arty, the other AMX-13F3, is in visual range of us. We just can't see him at the moment. And that tends to make me think he's on the plateau directly above their cap. Because when we fire through the bushes, really close. Don't stay still. Don't stay still. I'm having kittens here. If you stay still, Arty will get you. They'll nail you. Well, he's an Arty player, so he knows that. But you see, sometimes Arty players forget. They forget how vulnerable you are the moment you stay still. I'm afraid this Arty, this tank destroyer rather, only has very, very little armour indeed. He's only got 1 hit point left. We don't know where that Type T34 is, so we don't know if we're unspotted at the moment or not. We must be, I suppose, because 6 hasn't gone off. And we've moved far enough away from their cap. Looking for that Type T34. Unfortunately, he might just drive up behind us when we're least expecting it. Okay, now, if he's going to come in here and try and find us, he has to go through that gap. So he's trying to set an ambush. But all it would take was one tiny little splash from that AMX-13F3 and we're out the game. And we've lost. Unfortunately, it's another problem with the 17-pounder, lack of gun depression. You haven't got a huge amount of gun depression. Waiting for that Type T34 to try and come in here. Here he is. Oh, he's going to proxy spot us, and he has. Well, low roll, unfortunately. But we got the kill. And the AMX-13F3 found out where we were. Where was he? Oh, he was over in the corner. Dear. That explains where he was. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was an ace tank for the Bassman from Hell in the Achilles. It was his first ace tanker as well in this vehicle, and he played it very well. He did get the kill on Type T34. He was very unlucky to get a low roll, which meant that he had to get another shot, but he backed up and gave the AMX-13F3 a clear shot at his rear to explode him. And well, he got a fire for effect, a duelist, a bruiser medal out of the minor medals. Out of the epic ones, he picked up the high caliber and a top gun. With that last kill, the Type T34, he got 6 kills, so he got the top gun as well. So 2 epic medals, and the win 8 for the game was 4-6-6-9. Very well played. Unlucky with that ending. Let's have a look at the team scores. There you go, 1,787 hit points of damage. The T71 CMCD did 1638, and the T67, the guy who was rubbing up against us while we were in that corner, he did very well as well with 1,387 hit points of damage. He got taken out by the GW when he went looking for the Arty. When it came to kills though, it was the Bassman again with 6 kills. The next high score is the T67 with 4 and the Panther with 4. And after that, the GW Panther with 3 kills. And well, the enemy AMX-13F3, where are you? Yes, 2 kills for him, so not bad. And when it came to base XP, well, the Panther got the highest amount, 758 for him. But the next high scorer was the Bassman with 685. So even though he was on the losing team, he still had a very high base XP, which means that he did play very, very well indeed. And of course, he got that ace tanker. 680 for the Type 64, who got into the cap and got a Pascucci's medal. He fired 29 rounds in that game, got 18 direct hits and 14 penetrations. Damage of 1,787 hit points, of which all of it was at close range. 5 hits received, all of them penetrations. Most of them came from that Panther, I'm afraid. Yeah, he had a sort of a bit of a hit point exchange with that guy, and unfortunately it didn't work out so well because he ended up with losing too many in the end, and that allowed the AMX-13F3 to get the kill. 1 hit by way of splash damage. That's one right at the end that killed him. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 3 hit points of damage caused by damage assistance, and 2 defense points as well when he reset the cap whilst the Type 64 was traveling through the cap trying to get out of the cap area. On a premium count, he earned 29,817 credits, got 4,859 for courageous resistance. That's for getting an epic medal in a losing or a drawn game. So his total came to 34,676, and after repair, ammunition resupply, he actually made a small loss of 5,750 credits. He received 27 bonds, so he got the Veni Vidi Vici and 1 bond for the high caliber and 1 for the top gun, and 1,027 XP, 580 for courageous resistance, took away 1,608 experience points altogether. He said he doesn't feel guilty about this, but those seals won't clump themselves. He is a very experienced player. He does play very, very high tier tanks. So what he's doing slumming it at tier 6, I don't know. But I suppose he might be trying to practice his Achilles, or might be working his way up through some of the other tank lines, because some people don't work up through other tech trees, and then they suddenly find while they're at tier 10 they haven't gone up a tech tree, and they have to go all the way back to tier 5 or tier 6 and work their way up that line instead. So yes, then it's a rather skilled player in a rather weak tank destroyer, but this actually is quite a good tank destroyer. It's slightly better, I think, than the M10, which is actually underpowered by that 76mm gun. Was it 75mm? I think it's a 76mm gun. And so consequently, yes, the high velocity 17 pounder really does make a difference on this on the Achilles. And there's one of these at the Tank Museum. If you ever do pop down there, have a look at it. It's quite impressive. It's a very big beast. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button so you get alerted as soon as a new replay is in. I think we've done a huge number today, massive numbers of videos, and you can be sure that we'll be putting out at least more than 4 every day for the next couple of weeks. Thanks for watching.